Hey PMPbeta, my name is Ryan. Username for YouTube is RAPTall. I'm bringing you a UU battle here with an opponent from the GameFAQs forums. I'm a pretty new battler, honestly. I've only been doing this for a couple months and started narrating battling at the same time online. So really hope you enjoy the battle. And we're gonna start off. I'm gonna say this now. I'll say it at the end. If you wanna check me out at the end of this battle, my link should be in the description. Anyway, my opponent starts out with a Jinx, and I go with an Alakazam. Now, I don't usually play UU. I'm more of an OU player, so I don't see Jinx and stuff like that, but I decided I'm going to taunt it because I know it has Lovely Kiss, which is luckily exactly what it goes for. Um, I decided to just go for the Focus Blast, hoping that it's going to hit, knowing that Psychic isn't going to be super effective against it, and just trying to get as much damage as I can on it. I decided to switch to Single Beam, first off realizing that it has better accuracy, second off realizing that it's super effective. I'm like, should have done that in the first place. Oh well. Now with this Arcanine, I am expecting the extreme speed, so I'm going to go into my Ghost, my Mismagius here, and then completely miss the extreme speed. Now, I don't know why, whenever I see an Arcanine, I kind of expect it to be a more defensive Arcanine with like some sort of like Status or Will-O-Wisp and that kind of thing. So I never really see an offensive one coming, but this is kind of what it is, which isn't a big deal. I decide, okay, fine, if it's just going to kill me, I'm going to just hit it with an attack, see how much damage I can do. I'll fodder off Mismagius because I don't want my Donphan, which is my physical wall, coming in on a hit. I know it could take one, but it's more the fact of what it would do after it takes the hit. So, expecting a switch, I'm just going to finally set up my Stealth Rocks. One thing about me is pretty much all my leads are more anti-leads. I really don't like using Stealth Rock leads, or at least in the lead position. Anyway, not really sure what this Dusclops would do, thinking it might Will-O-Wisp me. I go to my Alakazam kind of for death fodder and just to see what it's going to do. It starts Calm Minding, so I just go for the taunt so it can't do that anymore and decide, well, I'm going to die in a hit or two, might as well hit it with attacks and see what I can do from there. So in that way, I can just bring in a Pokemon free of charge without getting damage on it. It's the other big thing about me. I'm usually a pretty cautious player. I play more defensively than offensively in most regards. Expecting a switch, being with my Drapion, I go for a Swords Dance. He goes into a Hariyama. Now, this is another thing. I know it's pretty bulky. I know Hariyamas are bulky, and I know they can still dish out a good amount of damage. Still, I'm not really sure what kind of moveset it's going to have. Now, as it's going for the bulk up, I was actually debating going for another sword stance, thinking, okay, that way I can sweep it if it goes for another bulk up. Luckily, I just went straight out for the Earthquake, because he ends up hitting me right back with his own Earthquake, which is going to one-hit KO my Drapion. It sucks that I lost my Drapion because I wasn't really thinking about it, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? And at this point, he's low enough health that pretty much anything I have can come in and take it down. So I just go into my Blastoise and hit it with a super-powered Water Spout. And so that's one more down, and my Blastoise is still sitting at full HP. Now, Melodic is like the whore of UU Pokemon. I think half of the teams I fought in UU have had a Melodic on it. Sadly, my Mismagius has been killed, which has Thunderbolt, which is kind of my Melodic counter with Sub to keep it from getting Toxiced or whatever. So I have a couple other options. One of them is my Articuno. Articuno can pretty much wall any Melodic that I see, and I do Toxic it. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's silly because it has Marvel Scale, and now its defenses are going to even go higher up through the roof. But honestly, my best option to kill Melodic is to Toxic it, wear it down with that. Even if it tries to recover and switch, it's still going to be taking damage, and I can wall it with my Articuno. Now, Ice Beam is the only attacking move I have on this set, and I was going to go for it anyway just to get residual damage. At this point, I'm just trying to do as much as I can, and was going to roost when need be. Now, this is a very dumb play on my part. Completely not thinking, I leave my Articuno thinking I was going to Toxic or Ice Beam, but, there has to be a reason that he would switch this in, and obviously it's because it has a rock move, Rock Slide. The crit, I highly doubt mattered. So that was pretty dumb on my part. Honestly, I was thinking of going to Donphan in the first place, but I did not. I know Earthquake isn't super effective against the Pinsir, but honestly, it's the only thing I can do. Ice Shard isn't going to do diddly squat to it. And I was thinking, Pinsir, even strong, it can't really do a whole lot to me. It does get up the Sword Stance, but even with the Sword Stance, it's not going to be enough to one-hit me from that range. So I'm able to kill it off, maybe thanks to Life Orb damage. If it didn't have the Life Orb damage, I might not have killed it, but I guess even so I could have Ice Sharded it at that point for the KO. At this point, I was kind of expecting the Dusclops to start setting up Calm Minds on me again, so I just decided I'd try and kill it right away. He does miss the Will-O-Wisp, which, excuse me, honestly, I don't think it was that big of a deal. If I didn't kill him with another Earthquake and he killed me, I would have just gone straight out to my Blastoise and finished him off with pretty much whatever I felt like it. So at this point, I have my Blastoise and my Donphin left, and the Melodic is the only thing left that they have. Now, obviously, a Donphan's going to die to a Surf or whatever, so I just kind of go for the Ice Shard as the last hurrah. I know it won't do anything to the Melodic, but I guess, even 2 damage or whatever is better than none, even if it just makes me feel better. um, so this point's down to 1 versus 1 here. I have my Blastoise, and then there's the Melodic. It's going to become down pretty much to a battle of the hidden powers. Now, if you haven't realized yet, this Blastoise is a Scarf toy set. So, it's really awesome. It really catches people off guard, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if this is right or not. I know King Daddy D-Mac used one or kind of came up with an idea for one, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, thankfully, because of the Toxic from my Articuno, I'm going to be able to finish off this Melodic and win the match. So, really good match, IceQueen17. Thanks, PMPbeta, for watching the video. Hope you liked it. If you want to check out my channel, it should be link. It should be in the description, and all of that. And that's pretty much it. So, bye, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.